Oh my, covered up a window. So it's December of 2024, and in 2020, this concrete pad for our mega shed here got poured. And then a few months later, the mega shed was built, and we've been working at it, getting it ready, but it's not quite ready yet. And by ready, I mean having all my shelves and all my workbenches and everything in there set up the way I want it, so that when we move from the house that we're selling to here, I've got a place to put all that stuff. It's a hot mess in here. I've been working all morning just getting ready so that I can start building in here. I pulled out the toilet that's back here in the bathroom. I pulled out the sink. I had a whole bunch of just clutter, just pieces of wood and cardboard. I like to reutilize or repurpose material. So I've got a whole bunch of cutoffs that I pulled out of the dumpster from our house build. Every night I'd go over there in the dumpster. I never messed with the new material, even though we paid for all of it. And I pulled out all the cutoffs, and I had them stacked everywhere, so I had to move them. And then this summer, Deb and I bought a whole bunch of sheets of OSB, and that's been sitting there for several months. The first thing I want to do is sheathe the inside of the bathroom here with OSB, and I don't care if it's multiple grades of OSB as far as thicknesses or things like that. I just don't care. So it'll get a door here. We've got a door on order as part of our house build, so they're going to deliver the door. I might have them install it. The shower here, I'm just going to OSB on the sides, and it's supposed to get a curtain across the front here. I might frame out a little ceiling or a little roof there, but I don't know. We're not there yet. And then I pulled out the sink here, and I got to frame out all around the hot water heater. We had it set up for a traditional tanked water heater, and luckily we had enough power to run a tankless. But I had to cut some of the foam. Some of the spray foam was too thick, and it wouldn't have allowed the OSB to lay flat against the wood framing there. But I think we're ready to go. I have to check one more thing though. But I've got this Craftsman air compressor I got for $99 a couple years ago. I got hoses from Black Friday. I've got a DeWalt air brad nailer. And what I'm hoping is that this will go through the OSB. I've never checked it out. Let's see if it'll do it. That's the size of brad that it shoots. What I don't know is, will it shoot it through this OSB and then into the 2x4 framing behind it. So let's just try it, see if it goes. If it goes, it's going to make my life easier. If it doesn't go, that means I got to use drywall screws. Piece of cake, went right through there. I've got a chop saw, I've got a table saw, and I'm going to try and make these things fit as well as possible. But at the end of the day, it's a bathroom inside of a shed. So while I'm going to try to make everything fit good and be square and everything, if it's not, it may just get a couple extra nails or brads. What I'm trying to figure out now is, do I take the OSB all the way up to this little attic here? And I guess that will depend on how long of pieces that I have. And I'm going to have about a ½ an inch on the bottom, a gap. So if water or anything is ever in the bottom of this shed floor, it won't wick up through the bottom of the OSB. So I'll hold it up about ½ an inch or so on the bottom. I'm not going to show you every single board. You'll click off the video if I do that. But this is a piece of OSB from our house build. And I got to cut out for the light switch. It is the perfect height there. I've just got to rip it to get a straight edge on it. And it actually will fit right up against the water heater. I didn't frame out the bathroom, but I did frame out the walls that have spray foam on them, the external walls. So when I did them, I made sure I had plenty of nailers for the OSB. But as you can see, there's a big gap between here and here. I've got no way to fasten OSB over this shower lip. So I'm going to put in some blocking. Also need a piece of blocking here because there's nothing to nail OSB in on this flat side. One more piece on top of this. I think we'll have all the blocking done. That'll fit in there.
So I'm being the good, diligent wife, and I came out here to see if he needed help, and I heard some noise out here, so I thought, oh, he's probably got like the bathroom frame. No, but he's been very hard at work, doing whatever he's been doing up to this point in the video.
Well, she said she expected to see it framed. It's framed, babe. It's
Welcome.
framed.
It is
Oh,
framed.
you
It
got the
was
mic. I
framed.
got to come in close.
It was framed. I thought maybe there'd be more OSB on
sheathing.
the wall,
Oh.
or some.
So these pieces I'm using are the cutoffs from the house build. So for the most part, I'm going to try and get the bathroom done. We bought all those full sheets and we can run them down here, but I'm just trying to repurpose and, you know, save you a bunch of money, being the good husband that I am.
We do like saving money.
Put the OSB over top of that, so this will be all OSB in here, but this is where you're going to step out of the shower and dry yourself. We're going to put a shower curtain here. You think this is enough room, or do I need to make this bigger?
No, that's plenty of room. And so I'm sure he's told you we had built this when we thought we'd be hanging out here for weekends. Well, if we hang out on weekends, we're in the parents' house or we'll be in our new house. So I don't know how often a shower will be here. And it'll be you that showers. So is that enough room for you, babe?
This summer, when I would get hot and sweaty, I would actually take a shower here without anything here. I would come in here, shut the doors on the shed, and then take a shower. I would use a t-shirt or something to towel myself off at, and then walk across the lawn with the t-shirt around my waist so that I could get in the house and get some clean clothes. So I have used it.
Yep.
It's not going to be used the way we intended it to be used when we built it, but it has gotten some use.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It'll get used, just probably not by me. I probably won't feel dirty enough that I have to come out here and shower.
The workers have been using this extension cord with their air compressor and everything, and only blown the circuit breaker once in 3 months. And I hit the switch once on the table saw and I blow it. I know I'm gonna get comments on that I had the blade too high. I didn't think about it. The blade should have been only tall enough to stick out through the OSB, but I was already halfway into it, so always good to play it safe, but that time the blade was way too high. I was thinking this is the fun part after I got it cut to length. So that's perfect, but I forgot about the hoses here. So now I got to measure them, cut a slot for them. I knew this bathroom would take some time. Oh, that was sweet. Sweet, sweet. That's nice. I've never, oops, bye camera. Okay, back in business. The air hose caught the camera and knocked it over. But this is just decorative. I don't need it nailed off like it's hurricane proof. Looks good, I think. That board actually was 4 foot. It's sideways, so it's 4 foot exactly because that's the width of OSB. And then by the time I straightened up the edge that they had made crooked, it was 18 1/4, which was perfect. It fit right in there. So I'm going to 3-piece that all the way around there. Probably won't even put a piece up there. And that'll get kind of the hard part done. Can actually put the sink back in here. But now I need to find a certain piece, and I think I have one that will work over here to do above that water heater. I've got this piece here, and I think I can either use this side or that side to come down next to the water heater. I don't know where it was used, roofing or something, but might get lucky and be able to really utilize most of this piece instead of all the waste that's there. I got that piece all mapped out here, so if I cut it straight, everything should work out. Even though I'm not using a ripping fence, it's pretty straight cut. This is fun to me once I get going. It takes me a minute or so to, you know, get motivated to start, but this is cool. It's like putting a puzzle together, and that puzzle piece fits pretty darn good. I told Deb she should come out here and build with me because it's fun, and she's still gun shy from when we used to build things together. I kind of expected her to know more, which I don't know why I did, but I just did. And so I wouldn't necessarily explain properly what needed to be done, and this led to frustration on both our parts. But she knows a lot more now, and I'm more self-aware, I guess. But that fits pretty good. I'm gonna call that good enough right there. My dad would say, this ain't a piano. All this cutting and scrounging and everything is slowing me down, right? I could be using full sheets and getting the job done quicker, but it's not about how fast I get it done. It hasn't been done for 4 years, so it won't hurt if it takes an extra few hours today. I'm gonna rip this piece down to 16 inches and two-piece it around that light switch. I think I can clean up this edge and get 2 16-inch pieces out of this. A special guest and a helper.
I just pull trigger, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm probably still doing too close. I really like that. Oh, this is just super cool. It's cool, and the noise it makes is super cool. Ooh. They already got him in there. Look at that. I could just get a job just nailing things. They hire me just to nail things.
I have a sneaky suspicion there isn't a hurricane or tornado in the world that will pull that board off. It has more nails than the whole rest of the dealio there. Well, the next piece is going to be easy too if you want to nail that one.
Yep. I do want to nail that one. So the professional crews, when they're doing it, the professional crews are like, oh.
That's fine.
Oh, that's not fine. That's
No,
like
we'll back it out.
that's like it's a safety hazard there. I made a weapon.
Professional.
The professionals, when they're doing it, they're like boom, 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 boom. I'm not boom, 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 boom. I will lay it on its side and do the bottom edge. It is not going anywhere.
Deb, you just saved me a lot of time because I was going to put OSB on the inside here, but who cares? The only person that sees that is the shower person. I was also going to OSB inside of the potty room.
So we'll just put a strip here to hide the shower. We'll go ahead and put a strip on the outside of this one for privacy. And then the rest of these walls will just stay spray foamed. Again, it's a shed potty and it's already private, saving material and time.
You and I framed all this, and it seems so long ago, but in the beginning of the video, I showed that the concrete was poured in 2020, and it's 4 years later, and we framed all this out, and we didn't have to, because when you sit in the potty, it's okay to see 2x4 studs. So we got 2 more little walls to do here, and then we're going to wait for the door to get put on so we can start running the long wall down, which should go quicker, but you know how that goes. Oh, I did the same thing.
Did you? That makes me feel better. Oh, gee, I lost my place. I guess I'll just have to do it again. So maybe this gets old after a while, but I don't know. I think it's pretty fun.
All right, I got another one for you. Nail it up.
Nail it up. Words I like to hear.
Gotta find a stud, babe.
Oh, besides you,
Almost like a real bathroom.
right? I'm happy to do an extra one.
Think I cut it right?
I'm sure you did.
Once she's done with that, that's going to seal off the potty from the shower. Like I said, we'll wait for the door. And that's, you know, kind of all the hard parts, all the cutting and the puzzle pieces. Air compressor. Did you have fun?
I did have fun. I really like that a lot.
All the hard cutting and the puzzle pieces are done. Now it's full sheets as we go along here. Let's try and get a couple up before we quit for the day. The first one's going to take a bunch of maneuvering because it's to get it square. We got to get this edge halfway there, and this should break on 4 foot. Yeah, that was our method to break on 4 foot. So we got to get this over, and the way we get that over is cutting that notch out. And then we'll have to determine the windows. So let's cut that out.
And just like that, you have a notch. This is the part that takes forever. It's all the little notches. And you have notches where you don't even think. And then if you look down the wall, all those braces, all the way down, and the windows, and the outlets.
I can trim it, I can make it look better, but that was horrid. Our measurements were good except for the outlet. I don't know how we got off so far. It was a 4x4 square. We missed it by ½ inch. And if that bothers me enough, I can always trim that out directly around that outlet. But I'm thinking you can barely see it from an angle. So this is what I feared on this wall, is that it was going to be hard to gauge everything, and you don't know what's level. So we try to take measurements and square up around the window, but one side is high here on the window, and the other side is low. And I don't know if the window's not level or what, but the right side's good. The top is good, our notches are good, and we obviously missed with the electrical notch. But all in all, it's a good shop wall. I'd like that fit and finish to be a little better, but I'm not real good at trying to figure out where that outlet is, and I'm going to have to do better with my measurements because there's 4 more outlets and 2 more windows going down this wall here. So this is where I'm talking about, like this is right here at the edge, but over here it's showing a little bit of metal, but that side is good all the way up. It looks good. Is it solid? Does it sound solid? Yeah, it sounds solid.
Look at that.
Not perfect.
Looks good.
I can put up one more piece before dinner, and that last piece went up pretty easily. I only had to cut the channel for the bracing on the Carolina Carports mega shed here, and then the outlet. And I measured the outlet twice. It's a 4x4 square, and I still got it wrong. Just a little bit though. I came back in with the jigsaw and just kind of cut a little bit here and a little bit here. But I got one more cut to make, or one more channel to make, and I get that one up there. There's no electrical outlet or anything, so this one should go fairly easy. Famous last words, right? All right, if I make 2 straight cuts and a cross cut, then I'll have this. If I made that cut right, this should go right in and probably be the fastest one. Notice anything about the wording? Keep looking. See it? Leave a comment down below. What did I do in regards to the wording on the OSB? Now the other side has grid marks. I'll show it to you. So you really couldn't have the other side out. It's got grid marks on it. That would be ugly. But kind of messed up a little when I started hanging it. So now I have to hang them all the same way. Make sure it's squared up to some extent. You're actually supposed to run a gap in between on your ends for swelling, and I didn't do that. Deb had to go run Bella before dinner tonight. Bella gets lots of runs out here, and Deb's gonna do that and get ready for dinner. Oh my! Did you notice what I did? Covered up a window. I forgot to cut out the window. How does that even happen? I got tired. That's how that happened. All right, leave a comment down below. Did you notice that before I said it? That was just dumb. That's so embarrassing, but I think I've got it fixed. It's simple math, simple angles, and you watch somebody who does it really well, and you think that's simple, I'm going to do it myself, I'm going to save a ton of money, and look where we are. You know, we got just a few pieces up, and it took me all day. But I do have a lot of self-satisfaction with this do-it-yourself project. It's not something I ever would have hired out, but I got that window right. So the first window is a little wonky, but I got that one right. I've got a whole bunch of those metal storage benches, so I got to figure out, or shelves, I got to figure out how they fit in here, and then I need to figure out a custom bench and just how I want it configured, because I don't want to block off the bathroom, and I want a bunch of shelves up here as well above my workbench. So all that is coming, and it's things that we want to get done while it's cool. But that's going to wrap up today's video, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you would, click that like button and also subscribe if you haven't already. But until next time, you all take care out there, and we'll catch you on the next video.